Hello, everyone, and welcome to uh, what was what was this called? Uh, oh yeah, Shadow in the Shadow of Jupiter or something like that. Uh, I guess I click this request or FOTA request decline. Uh, your request for this document concerning Shutter Shuttle 5 has been declined, and as the materials have been judged by the mineral census at this time, you may resubmit this request no sooner than 6 months from the date this judgment, in which case the commercial uh, sensitivity will be reviewed and updated judge will be issued. Okay. Oh, request decline. Request. This is what I just read. I click this. Eyes on the prize. The Shuttle 5 is near the object. After a year of waiting, Shuttle 5 is finally completing its approach to Jupiter. In the coming weeks, the shuttle is. Wait a second. Why ain't it? That's weird. Why ain't the. I have music, but the thing is not picking it up. Uh, I think it's this. There we go. Now it's picking up the music. That's weird. Normally I click the game. It's not. Eyes on the prize. Shuttle 5 near the object. After years of waiting, Shuttle 5 has finally completed its approach to Jupiter. In the coming weeks, the shuttle is expected to swing behind the gas giant to capture high-quality surface imagery, as well as conducting several gravitational sensitive experiments. Mission Chief Evan Brett remains confident, declaring systems are normal. And the team remains in high spirits, ready to complete their mission. Okay, I guess Shuttle 5 again. I've never played a game like this before. This is weird. Okay, this one will go here. This one here. Shuttle 5 mission, mankind's first step into the outer planet. Shuttle 5 is a crewed mission to conduct science at the edge of Jupiter. The first crewed mission in decades, Space Shuttle 5 represents the reignition of the space program that looks to open the stars to communal enterprise. Commercial. My brain ain't working. Commercial. I don't know why I couldn't read that. This mission will conduct remote surveys of the moons of Jupiter, probe the extreme gravity of the gas giant, as well as a host of general atmospheric science, including deep space pyrotechnics. I'm going to move this over and see where this takes me. Okay. Brett Evans joins Deep Space Horizon. Brett Evans has announced his departure from Interax Informatics to join the broad Deep Horizon, with yet another high-profile personnel change at Deep Horizon. There is strong suspicions that a new mission will be announced shortly. More on that to come. Okay. What does this take me to? Okay. So this ain't gonna take me down the rabbit hole any further. Deep space, pyrochromatics. Oh, that's what it said. An emerging field of study into the effects of deep space exposure on the human's mood and behavior. It is thought that the claustrophobic and isolated conditions of deep space combined with the long mission duration will pose unique challenges to the crew. Okay, scroll there. What is this? Check that out in a second. Intertrax information. Intertrax is a leading global provider of data and logistics services. Our commitment to a data-first approach is highly valued by the government, or by governments and private corporations alike. Intertrax has approximately 470,000 people across 160 countries and territories. I'm gonna guess that's their logo. What is Deep Horizon? Deep Horizon is the world leading in rocketry and anonymous lunar operations. Deep Horizon are responsible for fulfilling 71% of all government space contracts and operate the only commercial moon base in existence. Okay, what is this breaking news? Breaking exclusive. Contact lost with Shuttle 5. Okay, now everything else is gone. I was trying to see if I can make it bigger. Contact lost with Shuttle 5 following the initial reports of communication issues from the Deep Horizon mission control. Brett Evans has now announced Deep Horizon has lost contact with Shuttle 5. As planned, communications were suspected while Shuttle 5 communications were suspended while Shuttle 5 through the shadow of Jupiter and conducted the main suite of the experiment. Despite visual confirmation that the shuttle has emerged as expected, mission control were unable to re-establish contact with the crew of Shuttle 5. Okay. The blood of the god. What? Secure policy change. Following Deep Horizon leak earlier this year, we have been rolling out a new security measure. The final stage of this is two-factor login for on-site access to the internet, which is now in effect. Access to secure intel documents and pages is suspended for all employees until their credentials have been approved individually by Central Security. Deep Horizon. Space Shuttle. What? I'm pretty sure it's supposed to say Space Shuttle 6 murder, not sex murders. But okay. I think there might have been a typo there or something. Shocking new details have emerged following the Deep Horizon's latest statement concerning the loss of all hands on it. Or yeah, no, this is... Okay, what? That doesn't make any sense then. For some reason I was thinking Space Shuttle 6, not 5. An anonymous source from within Deep Horizon, fearing the cover-up has leaked internal memos confirming the individuals on board the shuttle, aboard Shuttle 5, which described homicide mutilations, which is further concluded to be of obviously sexual nature. Okay, now the sex part makes sense in the title. The leaked documents offer no insight into the perpetrator or motive of the massacre. I can't read that. I need more pixels. In memory of Shuttle 5, which has been drifting silently for a past few months, has now arrived in Earth's orbit, and the worst has been confirmed. It is with deep sadness I must confirm the loss of all hands aboard Shuttle 5. A full investigation is underway into the circumstances, and I would ask for the sake of the families to refrain from speculating until we can make our findings known. Vigils are expected countrywide as the nation comes to terms with the tragic loss. Drifting silent. News. Hope for Shuttle 5. It has been weeks of radio silence from Shuttle 5, which has been uncontrollable ever since it passed behind Jupiter, but there is fresh hope today in a statement from deep space. Despite the failures to re-establish contact with the crew of Shuttle 5, we have been able to access navigational telemetry and can confirm that Shuttle 5 is maintaining its intended course back to Earth. While the absence of any contact or signal of any kind from the crew suggests the worst, we can still hold out hope for the possibility that they are alive and well. Well, we done figured out they ain't, and waiting out the journey quietly. Shuttle 5 is expected to enter Earth's orbit late this year, and until then, our thoughts remain with the families and the crew and their families. Pass behind you. Oh, that's this one. Yeah. Two-factor credential approval. Your two-factor dongle has been validated by your supervisor, and your access rights are now restored. Project status. Peninsula project status. The board are extremely pleased with the progress. We have approved the full funding request. Have approved the full funding request. The Blood Cultivation Group are confident and ready to ramp up to full market production on time. The last hurdle is the inhibitor group, but I am assured they are one breakthrough away from full stabilization. DNA analysis. DNA structure, despite anomalies present in the gene analysis, appears undisturbed and unquestionably terrestrial. Gene expression has been heavily moderated with large swaths of suppression and novel stem cells activation, accounting for the drastic bodily changes. Okay. What's this? Distinct DNA present in each formation of the cluster corresponding to expected crew members. Bloodstream, a mixture of DNA types particularly matching crew. Anomalous genes present in all samples, but highly pronounced in blood. Okay. What is this? Autopsy report. Trauma of extremities during excision from cluster. No additional external wounds or marks. A little sign of decay. That's too far. Visceral organs present and consistent with a single body. Heavily atrophied with excessive intrusion of nervous system. Unusual presence of gray matter developed a interface between nerves and viscera. Despite internal anomalies, cause of death consents with a heavy blood loss. Okay. The only thing or nerve analysis. The nerve nerve deterioration can only be described as a progressive decentralization of the brain within the body. There is no other explanation for the new distribution, if I could speak, of neurons, not nerves, and structural network observed. It is highly unlikely that such a radical division of the brain could still support any conventional form of consciousness. Despite this, there is evidence of a complex neural activity as well beyond the observed autonomous functions sustaining the body. Okay. Was there anything to continue from here? No. Molecular analysis. The novel stem cell present in the blood occurred with high concentrations of formerly unknown pyrochromatics. I'm not sure how to psychostimulant. Jesus. Why can't I read? In tandem, these substances are responsible for powerful regenerative and transformative effects within the cluster. As hoped, there is strong potential for a new class of therapeutic drug design if the right inhibitor factor can be determined. Okay. I feel like I've missed something. to continue. That leads me to the nervous system analysis. And the nervous system analysis did not take me anywhere. This doesn't have anything. Oh, did I not? Did I not click cluster? I swore I did. Okay. The cluster's continued writing may perhaps... withering, not writing. Withering may perhaps be motivated by a need to continuously exercise muscle. Could this also explain the distributing vocalizations? Despite clear discomfort during the procedure, the cluster remains stable after the excision of the exterior torso. And amputation points are healing remarkably quick. Perhaps we were too hasty. Could the torso also have been kept alive? What am I looking at? It looks just like the internal organs, but I'm not sure. Okay, there's this. I guess. Well, say I don't need these ones open. Do I? Okay, I'll put this here. This here. The clusters contain several assumed vocal analysis. Clusters contain several subsumed larynx that intermediately vocalize. There seems to be no coordination or pattern to the vocalization. These vocalizations can very roughly map to English phonons, although are entirely random with no linguistic meaning. With filtering adjusted for the disorientation, the vocal characteristics seem to correlate with the audio samples provided with the crew profiles. Okay. Exterior torso. Trauma of extremities during... This is the autopsy report again. Yeah. Okay. Inhibitor breakthrough. I don't like the music just went away. We've had a major breakthrough on one of the inhibitor stratagems, and can now proudly announce that we've confirmed full stabilization. With the last hurdle, we can finally begin moving towards public trials. Okay, everything else is gone now. Inhibitor B, antigen. Preliminary tests indicate the presence of a new compound does provoke an immune response. At low dose and mixed with an antigen, the immune system could be provoked to sufficiently suppress the transformative side effect. transformative side effect of what? Ideation? New article? Option, a world in crisis. I'll just put this here because that doesn't have anything else. Actually, I should probably put it here. A world in crisis. No jobs, no support, nowhere to call home. It's no wonder they're calling themselves the hopeless generation. Across the country, across the world, more and more are discarded and forgotten, slipping into the ever-widening crack of our society. Whole city blocks are being cut off and declared slum districts. Are we surprised about rising suicides and declining births for a generation that sees no future for themselves, no future for children? They are called the Eurathon. They call it the Euron crisis, but if you ask me, Euron, I don't know how to pronounce it, is nothing more than a sedative for a society already on its deathbed. What am I looking at? What is that? Okay. Eurythron orgy suicide. Enhanced libido has long been among the alleged effects of Eurofron, but more and more cases are emerging of suicide under the side effects of Eurofron, often with high sexual component. One high-profile case ritualistically assumed connected to Eurofron cults involved an orgy of a dozen people under the influence of several Eurofron overdose. Eurofron overdose results in extreme psychological change to the body and a drawn-out brain death that is irreversible. A line with concern of pathogenic danger in advanced Eurofron effects. Report cases are met with... Why did the music go away? Okay, the music back. Ethanol and incineration. Okay. The Eurofron crisis. Today, city declares Eurofron crisis. Today, our city has officially declared a Eurofron crisis to make it the 73rd major city in the country to accept voluntary sanction in accordance with the Federation Act. Interelects will be given full justification over the disease control and, where necessary, biohazard remedy. City residents can expect chauffeurs rolling lockdowns and random testing within the coming months. Okay, it does not sound like that experiment should have been done. I guess maybe I should have finished reading all that stuff first. Well, just remove this. See where this takes me. Urethron lets you rise above the den of anxieties and see the full picture of the human race. We're all the same. We're all connected, you know. And yes, it makes you want to... Why? Yes, it makes you want to fucking... Why? Why, though? They aren't kidding about that. Why is that a... I'm just gonna put this here. I probably could have got it to fit properly if I'd moved all these over. Ah, close enough. In the shadows of Jupiter, humanity sat at the table of gods. They gave us a simple message: relinquish your flesh and become as us. Urethron is their gift, the blood of salvation. Enter their covenant and open to them, hear their message. Okay. Well, I guess I'll continue down this path. A room full of Urethron addicts withering in a naked mass of flesh. They're so out of it, they're not even aware. They're not even aware we're there. With Urethron adaptation, their bodies have begun to produce it naturally. They draw their blood and refine urethron. That is where they get it all from. The entire street Urethron supply. Oh, so that's how they made it. They took the blood from the people on the shuttle. I mean, that's kind of what I was guessing, but I mean, that confirms it. I can close this one. And I can close this one. Hear their message. Close that. Urethron hallucinations. With every trip, it's more intense. The flood of connectedness feels a part of something, of everything. The anxieties of the world no longer saturate the air. My fantasies of Urethron. Why? Orgies feel like dreams. I accidentally muted my headphones. Feel real. I feel like an angel. The angel speaks in every voice backing me in. I'm not afraid. I don't know what that is, and I don't think I want to know. This one. This thing terrifies me. It sits fully inert and fixed, and a fixed point, a hole in space. Everything around it warps and distorts like a black hole, but it has no gravity, no pull, except that the terrifying thing, I am pulled, drawn by the darkness, the dark fascination with oblivion, the edge of reality, staring into infinitely and not being able to look away. How could something so perfect, so pure, so cold emerge from this twisted pulp of human flesh? Oh, so that's the rest of that thing I saw before. Good. Very good. I don't want to know what it is. Okay, back to this. Because, oh yeah, I'm not done with this one yet, am I? Pathogenic danger. Please tell me this doesn't have any God hazards in it. Final trials are still ongoing, and full effect of Urethron are not yet known. In both animals and humans, Urethron acts like a mild virus, hijacking the cells over the body to replicate. At low doses, this replication is not self-subsistent, and Urethron presence in the body is quickly consumed. Initial trials suggest number of extraordinary therapeutic outcomes, as well as highly potent allergistics and euthyropic effects. Urethron dose is highly toxic, leading to irreversible self-sustaining runaway production and secretion of Urethron B by the body. What is Urethron B? A secondary strain of Urethron produced by body as the consumption of Urethron overdose. Urethron B is distinguished from Urethron A by its ability to pass through human tissue and transmit on skin contact. That's not good. So that would explain that thing I saw before. Okay. Reported cases. Urethron control. Under the Federal Act, Interlex is authorized to assist in the government's Urethron control program for the following purposes: supply chain tracking, random drug testing, biohazard elimination. Okay. Now, I can read this one, which I done read. What is this? Oh, that's what I just read. Okay. So, when I've read everything, a new thing will pop up. Trending article. The Exchange, what really happened to Shuttle 5? What really happened to... I'll just put this here. What really happened to Shuttle 5? People will say they were touched by aliens or God, but here is what I think. Shuttle 5 passed further out than ever before. So far from Earth, the cradle of humanity. So far from warm human contact. When they passed into the shadow of Jupiter, they passed into the shadow of existence. Out of sight, out of contact, out of reality itself. Call it God if you like. They touched. For a moment, the scared state of unbending and unreturned transformed into an image of their own desire, of humanity's desires projected onto them. Shuttle 5 was a message in a bottle, a plea for salvation from ourselves. What is all this stuff? I can't stop. Uncertain times, something. What? Oh, what? Okay, I guess this is the credits. Urethron links sickness. Urathron Sickness Airborne. Oh. Urathron Night Terrors. Sickness Penetrates Quarantine. Uncertain Times. Uncertain Dread, I'm gonna guess. Urathron Anomaly Consumed City. That's that black hole thing that the thing was talking about. And I guess it became airborne or something. I guess it was made a new strain C. Wow, that was an interesting game. I don't think I've ever played anything quite like this before. Music credit. Dynetics. Infographic loop, shuttle, height. It gets cut off a bit. Or Space Shuttle, Sex Murder, Arcane Librarist of Magnetic Tapes, Space. Okay, that's the same song. Cafe Flesh, John's Loop, or Jonah's Loop, Deleted User for the mouse click. They're the sound credits. Survival Bag, Electrical Hum, G, Slightly Sharp. Tenaba, Notifications. Okay, thanks for playing. I guess thanks for making the game. I guess that's the end, because there's nothing I can do from here. Unless I click this, but I'm gonna guess that would probably just open a link to something. But I'm pretty sure it did. I did click it. Nothing seems to happen. Well, how long was that? That was a lot longer than I expected. Well, I guess the link to this game will be in the description if you want to play it yourself. See if you can find something that I missed or something like that. But if you liked the video, like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, my name is Enderhost, and I'll see you in the next one.